At the edge of a cursed forest, a humble village rests in uneasy peace. Among the fields and fog lived Maera and Dallin, a simple farming couple with hearts full of dreams. Though the land was quiet, old fears lingered just beyond the trees. After years of longing and whispered prayers, Maera conceived. Joy bloomed like wildflowers after a long winter. Their cottage filled with warmth, and the silence was broken by laughter once again. In the warmth of spring, Aaron was born, a radiant, healthy boy. His first cry echoed like music through the home. Maera and Dallin held him close, feeling as though the world had given them a miracle. An old warning whispered through generations. Never let a newborn sleep by an open window at night. It was a tale told with half smiles, passed down like superstition. But some warnings are rooted in truth older than memory. On the seventh night, the wind howled through the cracks. The window creaked open as if summoned by unseen hands. Then, the cry of baby Aaron fell silent, vanishing into the night. In the morning light, Maera found a child in the cradle. But something had shifted. His eyes were too wide, his skin too pale, and silence clung to him like a second skin. This was not the baby she had held before. Maera felt it deep in her bones. Her child was gone, but her pleas were met with pitying smiles and shaking heads. To everyone else, the baby was still Aaron. Only Maera knew the truth. One night, Dallin leaned in close and froze. Aaron was murmuring in a strange, inhuman tongue. It slivered through the air like smoke. Horror bloomed in his chest, cold and immediate. Desperate and afraid, Maera left the safety of her village. Into the cursed forest she went, lantern in hand, seeking the one soul brave enough to face the Fae, Morwenna, the old witch. Behind her the trees closed in like a whisper. Morwenna listened and nodded, eyes clouded with old sorrow. Then she spoke. The child in Maera's home was a changeling, left behind by the night Fae. Her true son had been taken beyond the veil of the mortal world. "There is a way," the witch said, "but it is dangerous. Under the light of the full moon, the changeling must be brought to the mirror stone. Only there could the veil be pierced and the truth restored." With trembling hands and steady heart, Maera entered the ancient woods. The moon guided her steps like a silent guardian. In her arms, the changeling stirred, unblinking and cold. Through mist and magic, she arrived. The mirror stone pulsed with old power, its runes glowing softly beneath her feet. The air tasted of forgotten names and unfinished songs. Then came the Fae, beautiful, terrifying, and strange. They stepped from the mist like dreams half remembered. Eyes gleamed with cruelty, wrapped in wonder. And from among them she emerged, their queen. She moved like falling stars and spoke like frost cracking glass. Power clung to her like a second skin. Maera stood tall, the changeling in her arms, voice shaking but strong. She demanded her son back, defying creatures older than stone. The The Fae watched in silence, curious at this mortal courage. The queen smiled without kindness and offered her a cruel bargain. Return to your child, but leave this one behind, unloved. Or raise the changeling as your own and never see your son again. Maera did not flinch. Her arms opened for her true son, rejecting the strange thing she had nursed. The forest held its breath as choice became truth. Through the mist, Aaron appeared whole and real. He giggled in her arms like the world had never turned dark. Her heart overflowed with love, stitched back together by his touch. The changeling screamed once, then began to dissolve. Its form unraveled into mist, a forgotten echo of magic. By the time Maera looked back, it was gone. You've paid the price, the queen whispered, her voice like winter wind. But we are always watching. The forest does not forget. Before the sun rose, they returned home, exhausted but whole. Aaron slept peacefully in his mother's arms. The nightmare had ended, but something in Maera would always remain watchful. Never again did they open the windows at night. Iron horseshoes hung from every door, a ward against the Fae. The air in the house felt heavier, but safe. The village slowly forgot, lulled back into quiet. But Maera knew peace is a gift, not a promise, and the forest still watched from the shadows. Every full moon, Maera stood by the window, eyes on the woods. She remembered the night she faced the Fae and won back her child. And in the hush of wind, she sometimes heard a lullaby, not meant for human ears.